All right, we made it through one day. Now let's go through in detail the day 2 pre-show.
Okay. I didn't watch it, so go for it.
We also didn't watch it.
Oh.
We watched 2005 Ring of Honor.
Yep. Dragon Gate. Blood Generation versus Do Fixer.
Yeah.
Not Doy Fixer.
And Punk Aries. And they showed that clip of fucking Briscoes versus Second City Saints where Punk gives Jay or Mark, maybe Mark.
Yeah.
A Pepsi plunge just right on his dome. Yeah. It's so great. I had forgotten about that. Yeah. Holy shit, this is crazy. No wonder Mark became a lizard person.
And still has an IQ of 182.
Oh, he's still the smartest guy in any locker room. But he's differently abled.
Maybe he's the powder of wrestling.
Mark Briscoe might be the powder of wrestling. I like how much powder's coming up. I like that movie.
It's been a long time since I've seen it.
I saw it recently, so
nice.
I do hang out with the director all the time.
Well, certainly he goes to our parties.
Yeah.
How does it hold up to a man of his 30s? Because I have definitely not seen it in my 30s, maybe not 20s. But I rented it a lot when it was out.
Yeah. It's fine. I mean, I feel like it's almost a little too, because it's like 2 hours. I think, if I remember. Yeah. So it's kind of long. I don't remember it being that long, but I mean, it's all right. There's still parts about it that I quite like. Like there's certain scenes I really like when the deer gets shot.
That's the scene I remember the most.
And he transfers the pain of the deer to the guy.
He did that, but he doesn't have mind powers. Fuck you.
Hey, fuck! It's all about neutrons and shit. Okay, it's science, not science fiction.
Powder is hard sci-fi.
I have to tell you that as a kid, I was so white, a lot of people called me Powder.
I think I remember you telling me that.
Really?
Mostly Darren Domingo, because he's a racist Filipino fuck.
I was going to say, it must have been a non-white person called that, because I feel like you're not whiter than other whites.
I was very skinny, very pale, and had like a buzzed head. So I got called it a lot.
Yeah, you were a little... In early VCW, you were a little cancer patient.
I was very twinky.
Yeah.
They also used to call me Tight the White for some reason.
I don't like that at all. I
don't know why. Like, I think it was a play on Tighty Whities.
But what is it?
But like, I didn't wear Tighty Whities. So
were you tight?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm still very tight.
I remain to this day tight. So yeah, day 2, Kelly and I, when we went to Kevin's, we're like, well, there's no way there's another 2-hour pre-show. That's fucking... They couldn't do it. It's unconscionable. They did it. We didn't watch it, and we watched better things from the mid-aughts. And then the show started, and they had a very fun opener.
Though I felt it was way too short. But also, I think because of time constraints.
The opener, I agree. The opener was too short.
Yeah. And we thought like this was going to be like the best because it was such a bunch of good teams. So.
Yeah, it still was one of the best.
Yeah,
but they could have used more time. They went. That's not that. That's that. 11:30, which for 6 guys, I mean, 6 guys can easily go 15.
Yeah.
Like another 4 minutes would have really
helped,
benefited. But we got Raw ? Yes, Raw Tag Team Champions Matt Riddle and Randy Orton, known as RK Bro, against. I never watch anything, but I think I love the Street Profits now.
You should.
Yeah. I love how fat Dawkins is, and I love how insanely athletic Montez Ford is, and I'm pretty much just biding my time until those Ford Belair children show up, and I marry one of them. My future wife has not been
born. And then you're going to cripple their genes by having a baby with them.
I'm going to...
And then the next generation of offspring are going to be those fat tigers that bellies scrape on the floor. But their knees are indestructible.
Yeah. That's the move.
Drooling everywhere.
I'm going to pollute the Ford Belair bloodline. Mm-hmm. But yeah, the Street Profits of Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford.
Bad news, Scott. I'm gonna fill your company ink with my your company pen with my ink, and they're gonna be my kids.
I hate it. Against Alpha Academy of. Does Chad Gable still? I guess he still has 2 names.
He's Chad Gable.
Yeah, he's Chad Gable.
He had a brief Shorty G stint. Yeah. But Otis has long since lost Dozovich, which is too bad because cool name.
Yep.
Honestly.
Otis is also is delightful. Just the way he walks and
yeah,
the
he's
way
great.
he looks.
But he was so much better as a face.
Are they gonna make him take his shirt off?
They made him take his shirt off. But now it's back on.
Now it's a singlet.
Now he's got a singlet. Happy medium. So, yeah, we thought this match would be fun, and it was. They did a bunch of cool stuff, including a doomsday blockbuster by the Street Profits, where Montez Ford jumped 1,000 feet in the air.
Yeah. Like, he could have easily cleared him.
Oh, yeah.
And it's basically like taking a double stacked superplex from the top to do that move.
Nuts.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen so little Street Profits, because they're a new team, and I don't watch anything. But I think like my takeaways from Mania are: number one, I love Logan Paul. Number two, I love the Street Profits. Number three, women shouldn't drive. This is what I learned from WrestleMania.
Yeah.
So yeah, they did. I don't think they blew anything in the match. I think everything was pretty clean as far as...
It was all really good. I feel like Orton did the least amount of work of anyone.
Oh, he definitely did.
Orton hung out. He was doing his thing. Riddle...
I think there was one point where, like... Because it was three men in.
Three in the ring.
And there was definitely a lot of, like, the other Street Profit and the other Alpha Academy member would, like, run in and break stuff up, do stuff, whatever. And Orton just
hang out.
And Orton just stayed on the apron and didn't do anything.
No wasted movement.
Nope. Man after my own heart.
That's my guy.
I think I love Randy Orton.
See? we learned new things about ourselves at Mania. Finish was cool where a Prophet was going to do something off the top, and then Riddle...
Well, only one of them does stuff off the top, Scott.
I guess not.
The other one weighs 370 pounds.
But did a fucking sick no-hands somersault plancha.
Yeah, I know. But he's not going up top.
Okay.
Yeah, it's scary up there.
It is scary up there. And Riddle did what? Like a springboard...
RKO.
A springboard top rope RKO, which is cool. And then that killed one of them. And then I think Gable just like jumped face first at Orton and got
Gable
RKO.
was... so I said this to Kelly. Like
Gable's going for the Patriot missile.
He was going for the Patriot missile. Yeah.
Love it. Set up for Uncle Slam.
Absolutely. You were saying something before you stuffed your face?
Nope, I was not.
He was talking to me.
Oh, sorry. You talk amongst yourselves.
It was the RKO to Montez Ford into the middle of the ring. Gable, in theory, was going for a top rope splash, but Ford had already rolled out of the way.
Yeah, so Gable was going for nothing.
And Orton was already standing right there.
Yeah.
And then Gable just jumped into an RKO.
Are you saying this RKO was perhaps not as out of nowhere as they would have you believe?
Perhaps.
In this case?
Perhaps.
That's fair.
Yeah.
But still very fun. I predicted 3 3/4. You predicted 4. We both predicted RK Bro to win. And Meltzer gave it 4 1/4. The third best match of the weekend and best match on day 2. What do you think about that?
I'm going... I'm going to keep it.
You're going to keep 4 even?
I'm going to keep 4 even. I agree with Kelly. It seemed a little short, but it was still really entertaining. And all of them can do interesting and fun stuff. And I respected Orton for standing on the apron.
That's true. A lot of positives. Yeah, who's the...
Orton 6, Dawkins 5.
Oh, we're ranking. Okay.
Otis 4. Riddle 3, Ford 2, Gable 1.
I think if you're going to overrate Ford, you just put him number 1. Otherwise, I think realistically, he's below Riddle.
Yeah, but is Riddle actually a good wrestler, though?
I mean, he was. I like no one's a good wrestler in WWE.
Like Gable is.
It's where good wrestling goes. If you were a good wrestler on the indies and go to WWE, it's impossible to tell if you're good anymore. Like, is AJ Styles good anymore?
No.
I don't know.
No, he's not.
Who fucking knows?
Although later I'm going to give him a 5-star match. So.
Fair enough. But yeah, like, how do you know? Like, yeah, but Riddle was great. Maybe still is. Who's to say? But yeah, I do love Montez Ford and his fat friend. Yeah, I'm dancing around 4 even. It's between 3 3/4 and 4. I'll give it 4. I don't. No. The women were the best match. They get 4. These guys get 3 3/4. I love women's wrestling
and women's rights
and women's rights.
A woman's right.
A woman's right. Shout out to recent returnee Lacey Evans.
Did she?
Yeah.
When?
SmackDown.
Cool.
Yeah.
Is she fat?
I don't know.
Does she look good?
I have no idea.
I'm gonna look her up. I don't think she's attractive, but I want to know if she's fat.
Show me Lacey Evans pregnant.
Show me her feet.
Lacey, I want her swollen pregnant feet.
Oh, does she spell it with an E, right?
What'd you do? L-A-C-I?
Lacy.
Oh, you silly goose. It's clearly
Lacey
EY.
Evans, WWE superstar.
Feet. Pregnant.
No, she's not fat. She just looks like
The same?
Yeah, I mean older because she's been away for like what, a year?
A little over a year. Yeah, because it was gonna be. It was her and Charlotte last year, except not.
Except for not.
Except one got pregnant and one almost got pregnant.
Yeah, one was told she was pregnant, and then the other one got pregnant.
Very funny.
Lacey Evans,
They'll do it 1 year.
pregnant feet. It gives you results for sure.
Okay.
Kind of. It just
I'll even take fan art.
although it did just come up with just like straight up Lacey Evans feet. So
Okay.
yeah, there's like one picture. Is that even her? Yeah, it is.
I don't want no deep feet.
Yeah, she's like barely pregnant, and it's like a smaller picture, so you can't really see her.
She's
feet.
wearing flip-flops.
Her feet are there, but. And then here's
I want her-
more pregnant, but no sand feet.
No feet. What are we doing?
And then this where they superimposed her face on someone's feet.
Nice.
That's the effort level I was here for.
Yeah, me too. That was where I found Charlotte Flair's penis.
Oh yeah, good for you. You want to talk about Lashley and Omos for like a long time? What do you think?
We almost saw a man die in the ring.
Yeah,
Snapped neck.
we didn't so much notice it when it happened, but on the first replay, we're like, "Oh no!" He nearly fucking killed him.
He did.
That was nuts. Yeah, almost. I wouldn't call him a great wrestler. Where do you guys stand?
I call him a
Omos?
stupendous wrestler.
Okay, fair enough. He looks stupendous.
Yeah. He's big.
He's tall. You can't teach that, pal.
He's dark.
He's very dark. He's all of these things.
He's from the deepest, darkest part of Africa.
Yep. He's in one of
Where's he from? Uganda?
one of the countries with Congo in the name. I think there's like 5 or 6. It's probably not the Democratic Republic. Czech?
Czech Congo?
Could be from Czech Congo. He's not from the Democratic Republic of the Congo.
Okay.
He might be from the
Namibia.
the fascist Republic of the Congo. But yeah, I like his style. I like it when he picks up another big guy and then rams him into the corner. But the guy he's picked up is way too high. And like the guy's lowest vertebrae hits the top turnbuckle, and then his head whips back and smashes the post, almost sending him to heaven.
He's from Nigeria.
That's what I said.
Lagos.
Legos?
You should never trust that woman.
You must never trust a woman.
Apparently he was trained by Kevin Nash, according to this.
What are you even talking about?
But maybe at the performance center. Like maybe they brought in Nash.
Nash was a
him.
guest one
Yeah,
week,
maybe.
and like, yeah, he trained me. Also, would you? That's not something to brag about. So these two had a match. It featured the first of 2 cool spears to the back of the show.
Also a blown spear spot in the corner.
Oh yeah, they did I don't even know if it was a spear. I think it was just a run into the corner.
Oh,
The
it
other
was.
guy moved spot, and they didn't even get that.
Yeah, I think
that
it
was a
was.
tough one. That was a hey, this didn't go right. Let's just redo this whole spot, start to finish, and so they did, and it was good. Yeah, it was mercifully kind of short. What do they go? 6:35. Too long by my count still. But yeah, it was terrible. Lashley won. You picked Omos. Interesting. I like your style.
I picked Omos.
You picked Omos.
Well, he hadn't lost a match, so
It's true, but you got to put over the Almighty.
I guess I don't know. I didn't realize how gay they were for Bobby.
You didn't?
Bradley Lashley.
Bradley Lashley.
Well, I would have noticed when I saw the massive promo package they put together for Bobby, like early or like on day one. Then I was like, "Oh, is Lashley like a big thing?"
They have decided he's a big thing, and even for months when he was a heel, they were playing big long babyface video packages for him, and finally they make sense.
All right,
it all came together. Meltzer gave this 1/2 of 1 star. I predicted dud. You predicted -1. Where are we at?
-1.5.
Ooh.
It was 0.5 worse than I thought
you predicted. Fair enough. Kelly, where are you at on this?
Definitely a dud. And I realized I didn't give my rating for the last match.
Oh, sorry.
Which was, I will say 3 3/4 for the tag.
I'm with you.
Yeah. But yeah, dud for this one because it was a nothing match that could have just been in the middle of SmackDown. This did not have to be on WrestleMania.
Sure didn't. Yeah.
Where's Commander Aziz?
He's not big enough.
Dead?
I mean, he doesn't matter anymore.
They killed him.
He might be in the bathroom. Let me go check.
Commander Aziz, dead. Shankly, dead. Like
Shankly.
Anyone under any giants under 7'3". So it was gone. Everyone's gone.
Bigfoot Silva.
Nope.
God damn it. Omos got them all?
Got them all. If you're not taller than Omos, you're out. You're fucking out. They have Braun Strowman got fired because they have Omos because he's taller than Braun Strowman.
But does Omos control his narrative?
I don't think as well as Strowman does.
There you go.
Certainly. I think you should get that microphone closer.
I think you should shut the fuck up.
Fair enough. Counterpoint.
You're in the back seat.
I'm.
Huh?
That's enough on that. Sami Zayn and Jonathan Knoxville.
That's not his real name.
What?
Jonathan Knoxville.
What's his real name?
Steve Martin.
That'd be cool. That'd be very cool if Johnny Knoxville's real name was Steve Martin. This match was interesting.
Philip John Clapp.
Phil Clapp.
Phil Clapp. Or PJ Clapp.
Ooh, PJ Clapp.
PJ Clapp.
He could have actually stuck with that. That's not a bad name.
BJ Polacto?
Johnny Knoxville's real name.
What is it?
Philip John Clapp.
Kelly is unimpressed. So, I don't know. What did you think about this match? This was a polarizing match. Some people thought it was like super fun and some people hated it.
Wee Man's name is Jason Acuna.
That I knew.
Yeah, I knew that too for some reason.
I don't know.
What's Chris Pontius' name?
I believe it's Chris Pontius. It is in fact Christopher Andrew Pontius.
Amazing. Christopher Andrew the Giant.
I'm gonna say I thought it was fine. I enjoyed it.
I thought there was fun stuff in it, for sure.
It wasn't a match. It was just like a series of slapstick comedy. But
yeah, absolutely. It was a jackass match.
Kelly had 2 favorite moments.
Which were even though if you like it, that's fine. I'm not necessarily against it, but this really isn't kind of the thing I want to watch on WrestleMania. But
how about WrestleMania Backlash?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Certainly.
Or the road to WrestleMania.
Oh, the road to WrestleMania.
But I did enjoy Wee Man doing a scoop slam because he stalled them.
It was the best spot of WrestleMania.
And he's also the fattest man alive.
What happens to these little guys?
Well, their bodies can only hold so much.
Drew had an interesting theory that it might be HGH gut.
Yeah, he's a little jacked.
I love Wee Man on the HGH. That's just funny. It's not going to make you go up, buddy. Just out.
Yeah. And my second favorite part was Sami Zayn booting him as hard as he could in the face.
He smashed Knoxville and Wee Man with Yakuza kicks right in the nose.
Yeah.
He blasted both of them.
Yeah.
That was very fun. and like the toss off the top to the floor through the mousetrap table was a big bump.
Yeah.
And actually I said it twice and was right-ish the first time and very right the second time. When they brought out the booting machine, I'm like, that's not going to work.
Just like the
It sort of did. They basically just forced it.
Yeah.
And then when they brought out the giant mousetrap, I'm like, that is the cheapest piece of shit
It was made out of PVC pipe.
I've ever seen, and it's not going to work.
Yeah. It was made out of PVC pipe.
And it didn't work.
No.
Almost smashed Knoxville on his head.
Yeah, and like it got stuck, and then Knoxville tried to move it, and then it hit him, and he just got out of the way.
Yeah, so I sort of heard that it would have worked if Knoxville did it right, but he did the wrong thing. But I don't know that. It looked to me, without any user error by Knoxville, it looked like it wouldn't work.
Yeah.
It looked bad and cheap.
Yes.
I did like...
Fake and gay.
It was fake. It was 1, fake, 2, gay. I did like Sami Zayn after the fact not being able to get out of that.
Yeah, that was pretty funny.
He's a pro.
I like that.
Yeah.
I think what I said to Kelly in the car was there was a huge missed opportunity here to have a Wee Man Hornswoggle related thing. Because you've got... listen.
I can't prove they're not the same people.
Listen. You've got access to 2 LPs
Fat midgets.
that look exactly the same.
Yes.
And you're not going to do like a Doink the Clown like...
That does seem crazy.
Oh.
The mirror spot.
The mirror Doink the Clown spot.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted.
That's true.
And
that
like,
was a missed opportunity.
What? You couldn't get Hornswoggle?
He was busy. He was busy on Mania.
Dylan something?
Dylan Swoggle.
Dylan Swoggle.
Dylan Postel.
Dylan Postel.
Yep.
Good pull. Yeah.
Spelled weirdly. Like, it seems like there should be another letter at the end. P-O-S-T-L. Seems like there should be more going on there. But it's... Okay, Drew's just sig-heiling for some reason. Unclear why.
It's a German last name.
Big Gunther Stark fan. The man, not the wrestler.
Yeah. Like I said,
The war hero.
winners write history.
Yeah.
And how do we know that Gunther Stark wasn't a hero to his people who was doing God's work, and then those heathen Anglo-Saxon motherfuckers came through and were like, no, we're going to ruin this guy's name for the rest of history.
We're gonna make a wrestling company feel bad just for copywriting his name and naming an Austrian wrestler that in the 2020s.
Submission sorority.
The submission sorority. Meltzer on purpose did not rate this match.
I am also doing the same thing.
Oh, Kelly's abstaining. It was a match, so I'm going to give it a rating.
Yeah, I will too.
We both predicted exactly 3.
No, it's lower than 3, but I mean for like entertainment value, it's 3.
There was fun stuff.
But
And it literally had the best spot of Mania.
Yeah.
The wee man stalling body slam. Not unlike myself on Chris Ross.
Yeah. There was a lot, like, Sammy struggled to get the table with the mouse traps out from under the ring. I feel like a lot
of equipment issues.
Yeah, and like, the props didn't work. And I don't know, 2.5.
I was thinking 2.5. So I will do 2.5. Now, finally, we can talk about the most important, definitely not a SmackDown match, match of the evening. The Fatal 4-Way Tag Team match for the WWE Women's Tag Team Championship, the only multi-brand title in WWE for some reason. Champions... Carmella, the most beautiful woman in WWE, who Drew agrees with.
Yeah.
And Queen Zelina, non-coward. Defending against Liv Morgan and Rhea Ripley, Natalya and Shayna Baszler, and Sasha Banks and Naomi, collectively known as Boss and Glow, which I, without knowing last week or whenever, called them Boss Glow. I am taking full credit for that. I know how stupid WWE is. I nailed it. Very pleased with it. Hey. Also, you predicted Sami Zayn last match because you're stupid, even though Sami Zayn clearly lost the IC title before Mania so he could lose to Johnny Knoxville. You don't know how to book. You lose. I win. Anyway, back to the women's 4-way tag. Can anyone remember Chew some more Pringles into the bite. Can
Those are for
anyone
you.
remember one spot from this match? Anybody?
Nobody catching dives.
No.
I believe at one point Sasha and Liv were in the ring. Everybody else was on the outsides, and they went, and then they ran past each other.
And Sasha barely made it
through.
Yeah. So yeah, Sasha landed about 1 inch past the apron.
Yeah.
That I remember. Yeah,
That would have been our
dive.
second $1 million baby of the evening.
Yes, exactly. And I remember Shayna making everyone else look very weak by comparison. Like, she would just go in and wreck shit. I'm like, oh, you guys should do stuff with Shayna. Yeah. Shayna's like a good Ronda.
Yeah.
Yes. Who's apparently very liked backstage.
Yeah. Do stuff with her.
The only thing that I like, one thing I really didn't like about the match was at one point Shayna had, I don't know, let's just say Zelina. No, because Zelina slid in. I don't know, somebody. She had.
How about Liv Morgan?
She had Liv Morgan in an arm, like a kneeling armbar, and Zelina, Carmella, and not Rhea, so somebody else.
Okay.
I guess by default, one of Sasha or Naomi.
Sure.
Like all slid in the ring, and then Shayna was like threatening them, like you fucking stay out. I'm like,
yeah,
there's 3 of you and 1 of her, and she's on her knees.
I believe in real life, Shayna on her knees could kick their
yeah. But like,
time.
It's kayfabe standard.
It makes them look very weak.
It's stupid.
Oh, I agree, but it is actually accurate to life. I will give it that.
Yeah. Unless Natty starts farting, then I don't know.
Then all bets are off if Natty starts farting.
Farts.
So I predicted Rhea and Liv.
Yeah, because you're stupid.
Because
you're stupid.
Because I'm stupid, and because Liv has done nothing but lose title match after title match, and Corey Graves on commentary at maybe Elimination Chamber or whatever, after Liv lost her 14th straight title shot against Becky, said, man, if Liv doesn't win something soon, she might as well fucking kill herself. Or paraphrasing, but that was the intent. I'm like, oh, I guess you can at least who cares? You might as well give her the tag titles at Mania.
Sure,
it doesn't matter.
Why not?
Or just give it to Bosco. And they did.
Which I predicted, even though they got a clean win over the champions on SmackDown right before Mania.
They should have won it the week before because they just straight up beat them. But that cemented their spot in the match at Mania. Yeah. It granted them a title opportunity that they already had.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just got to make sure you have it.
There was a very scary Sasha doing a Meteora on the floor where she almost overshot.
Yeah.
That was pretty scary. I don't like that.
Her feet caught her shoulders. Yeah. That was dicey. I predicted 1 3/4 stars. You predicted 2. Dave Meltzer gave it 2.5.
Dave, you're wrong.
I think Dave's wrong. I think it's 4.5. I think it's the best match.
I think it's 1 1/4.
I love women.
1 1/4.
1 1/4.
Nothing good happened, and nothing. I can't remember a single thing about this match.
Sasha almost got hurt twice.
Yeah.
The end.
Done.
I could not tell you the finish. They did a double team.
They did the wheelbarrow into the lung blower.
And she does an unnecessary somersault into a lung blower. Yeah.
Or into a
backstabber.
Front stabber. Classic front stabber. Kelly, where do you stand?
0.
No.
Oh.
Yeah, that's weird because I don't really remember anything from it, but
But you are a lover of women.
I mean, I really like Baszler. She could legitimately could she's believable and and she's usually good. And she's when she was in NXT, she was good. So it's like,
did she have blackface? Was she one of the blackface ladies?
No.
No. I don't remember.
Ronda did.
No, she was.
Yeah.
Because
don't look at me like I'm an asshole when I say, did Shayna Baszler do blackface?
Because Natty had it. And it was purple face though. It wasn't blackface.
I mean, the real dark ones look kind of purple.
I will say
Kelly's not a fan of your racism.
what was I gonna say? I'll say 1.25. Yeah, I other than Shayna, I don't really remember.
Yeah, nothing happened.
Much of anything.
Yeah.
You know who's more of a man than Nyla Rose? Rhea Ripley.
Yes.
Especially after Triple H got a hold of her.
Yeah.
God,
Really,
she's awful.
really transed her up.
She's awful.
He
to look
transed
at.
her up something fierce.
Like, I would like to broach this statement again. That she used to be super hot.
She was cute.
Let's see.
Things happen.
No.
This is the visual part of the...
she's delightful.
This is where you guys Google Rhea Ripley pre-WWE. I can't believe that's Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. She's so cute.
I can't believe it.
She's so cute.
That's crazy.
And now she looks fully trans.
Now she looks like a member of Slipknot.
Yeah, she does.
She looks like the girl member of Slipknot.
And now I'm just going to Google search Rhea Ripley trans question mark.
Feet.
No.
Rhea Ripley trans feet.
That Tyler Rex, Nyla Rose.
Oh, I forgot that Tyler Rex is a beautiful lady now.
Look.
I like that.
Is that her?
That's her. That's Rhea Ripley.
I
That's
wish...
the same beautiful blonde woman I showed you seconds ago.
Wouldn't it be cool if, like, every late 2000s ECW washout was trans now?
Yeah.
Tyler Rex, trans. Eric Escobar, trans. Who's another one?
Elijah Burke.
Elijah Burke.
The Black Pope? You can't do that to him.
The Black Trans Pope? Is the world ready for it? Is the world ready for a Black Trans Pope? Drew, let's...
There's a Reddit that just says... It's r/trans, and then it just says transition goals. Rhea Ripley?
Yes! Hell yes. Those are my transition goals.
I'd say so. I'd say so. Rhea is absolutely stunning. Mine was John Moxley.
when I become a man, I would like to look like Rhea Ripley.
Yeah. Oh, that's really funny.
Drew, tell me about AJ Styles versus Edge.
It was my favorite match of the weekend.
I thought you were going to say of the year.
It's my favorite match ever.
Of the 2020s.
Ever. No, look. Oh, God. Did somebody send you something and you're mad about it?
No, just reading something that I'll have to share later.
Is a related to a Mr. That's what I was going to
say. All right. Drew, tell us everything about AJ Styles and Edge.
I thought it was very solid.
I'm sorry, I have to pause. Kyle had a great line when they at the beginning of Mania.
Who's Kyle? Lenneth D?
Lenneth D.
DDS.
I'm a bear.
He's a bear.
Sorry, brother, I forgot how to work.
Sometimes forgets how to work. When they were running down the card.
Sorry, brother, I forgot how to work.
Look, sometimes you just absolutely sack of shit a guy on a scoop reverse DDT. It happens to the best of us, especially when you haven't wrestled in 8 years.
Yeah. I love them.
They're running down the card at the beginning. It's Kelly and I saw it with the brothers Cox, Kevin and Kyle, and also 2 brown guys who came to buy drugs at some point.
Nice.
Separately. Let's be clear.
Okay.
Not together.
Yeah.
One brown guy.
Wait, did they stay and watch WrestleMania?
No, they were there for like 5 minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. It's my chair making noise. I thought it was my door.
Cool drugs or
I'm not sure. Couldn't even tell you. We assume it's like what else could it be? They were literally there for 5 minutes.
Yeah, when they came in, I thought, they're here to watch the show.
Yeah, I thought it was a friend of his coming to watch, but then he never sat down and left in a few minutes.
Like,
so I'm like, business was conducted.
Poppers.
Yeah, it was poppers. Kevin's the number one. Kevin does have Russian Cialis. He can get you that if you need it. Among so many other things.
I don't know if you should be saying that on the podcast.
They don't know Kevin. It's fine.
You said his first and last name.
They don't know Kevin Cox. It's fine. I was literally just going to say his full address as a joke, but I actually won't do that. So they're running down the whole card at the beginning of the show, and Kevin expressed how psyched he was about Sammy in Knoxville.
Yeah.
And Kyle was like, oh yeah, the work rate match of the show, which that was a very cute line. And then we were also sort of excited about it, but Kevin was more excited, so we just kept kind of razzing him about his love of Zayn in Knoxville. Like, oh yeah, here comes that work rate. So AJ Styles and Edge. Tell me about it. Tell me everything about it.
I really like this Edge character that he's doing.
Cool brood guy.
So someone said, and I haven't seen enough to agree or disagree, that it's just Rollins' horrible Monday Night Messiah gimmick. It's better than that, right?
Yeah, it's not that. No, because he's not Rollins. Monday Night Messiah,
weird, monotonous promos
was like whiny and also like unhinged. Whereas Edge's is a lot like it's more dark. Like it's a more serious, darker thing. I don't know. I think they had very good chemistry with one another. Like they didn't blow anything. Everything kind of like went together really well. It was too long. I'll say that. It was maybe 4 minutes too long.
Yeah, longest match of the weekend, 24:05.
But 100's not wrestling, so somebody's got to do it.
Someone's got to do it.
But yeah, I mean, like I didn't really enjoy the long rest holds.
Too long.
But I mean, Edge is an old man who hasn't wrestled that much since he came back.
Then
has a ghoul face.
Then don't wrestle for 24 minutes.
And has ghoul face.
I agree.
Scott, I just established Triple H is not wrestling. Someone has to do it. It's Edge.
No, it's Rollins and Cody. They're the new Triple H.
He's the senior member of the roster.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the heat segments were too long and nothing happened. AJ's fire-ups were good.
AJ's fire-ups were good.
The whole match, they did nothing wrong. Like, everything worked. It was probably 2/3 in, and, you know, they'd done bits and pieces, but, like, most of the good stuff was at the end.
Yeah.
But it was like 2/3 in. It was like 16 minutes into this 24-minute match. And Kyle brought up the question, and I wanted to like it. I predicted this would be the best or tied for the best match of the weekend. And as it was going, I thought this is fine, but there's something like I can't put my finger on as to why I don't like it more. And then Kyle said, "So walk me through the psychology of this match." And I'm like, "Oh yeah. There isn't any. That's what's putting me off. They're just doing stuff."
Yeah.
Yeah. I think that...
What's your fucking problem?
I wanted to...
Just enjoy it.
I guess. I wanted a little bit of story, and there really wasn't.
They're finally letting AJ do something. They're letting Edge do something. Just fucking enjoy it.
Fine, I will just fucking enjoy it. Also, might be different for you than me. Oh, there goes the VCR. Oh, man. Drew and Kelly are both enthralled. I was transferring a VHS to a DVD.
Oh, you're transferring?
Best of Ric Flair in Japan?
Huh.
I'm trying to make a dent in my VHSs, and I'm doing pretty good, but I'm getting tired of doing it, so I'm going to take a break soon. But I've got probably more than 200 VHSs done.
Okay. How many have left?
Once I do this batch I plan on doing, which is about another 40, I think I will have around 200 left, which is not bad considering there were probably 1,500 at some point. So getting there. Definitely getting there. Feeling good. Feeling accomplished.
Popcorn's ready.
Popcorn's ready. What was I saying about Styles and Edge? Oh yeah, jury's still out on if AJ Styles is any good.
Yeah, I guess.
I don't know. I can't tell.
Man, he's got that big tattoo on his sides in case he doesn't forget his name.
Yeah,
his name or his kids' birthdays.
Yeah. I like that the size of them goes from like regular size, slightly bigger, huge at the bottom. Yes. That last kid is his favorite kid.
Last kid, best kid.
Last kid, best kid.
That's how he knew when to stop. He's like, all right, I got 4 kids. This is going to be enough flat earthers to sustain the new generation.
I'm not saying it's flat.
I'm just saying there's a lot of questions.
Just think there's a lot of things that are unclear.
Is there in Australia?
Is there in Australia? Is there a tortoise underneath?
Is there gravity?
Is there a giant ice wall around the outside that prevents us from leaving?
Does gravity exist, or is it just because the flat Earth is constantly going up that we're being pushed down?
Is that a thing they believe?
That's a thing they believe.
I did not know that.
Pretty cool.
Yeah.
It's the
You know
elephant
what?
pushing them up.
Isn't it a tortoise?
Maybe a tortoise.
Is it an elephant or a tortoise?
It's a tortoise on top of 4 elephants.
Is that a thing, or are you making things
That's
up?
the thing.
I like that.
Or it might be the other way around. It might be
No,
4 elephants
I
on
feel
top of
like
a tortoise.
back of a turtle tortoise is a thing for sure.
It is.
That's fun. So, Kelly, did you like Styles Edge more or less than Drew? Drew will be giving the match 5 stars. Just to be clear.
That's interesting.
that right?
It is the other way around.
Yeah.
It is a giant
elephants
tortoise with 4 elephants on its back with the earth on top of the elephants.
Ooh, that's cool.
Yeah.
That is kind of cool.
I
You know
kind of
what?
want that.
Yeah, me too.
Can we do that?
I think that's an actual, it's like a mythology thing.
Yeah.
You know what? It's world turtle is what it's called.
Yeah.
I like me a world. That's a tough one.
Or a cosmic turtle.
Or is this from...
It's a Hindu mythology and Chinese mythology.
That's neat.
I mean, 2 different mythologies. Good enough for me. That's a consensus. That's a quorum.
The great turtle.
I like it.
Yeah, I mean, I liked it, but I just kind of didn't really...
A turtle.
Oh, cosmic turtle. Yeah, I liked it, but I just didn't really get into it.
Yeah, I just wanted to get more invested. It's not like I didn't want to be invested. I'm like, I want this to be the best match on the show.
Yeah.
I don't know what to tell you guys. You watched a different show than me.
You might have.
But what did Meltzer give it?
I'm going to tell you what Meltzer gave it after Drew gives his rating.
No, fuck you. That's not how this works. I get to hear what the Jew said, then I get to make my decision.
No, this is the
What did I give it? What did I predict?
You predicted 3 3/4. I predicted 4. And that's all the information.
Wow.
Yeah. That's all the information I'm giving you. This is some of my classic gotcha journalism. I've ambushed you here. You get to know Dave's rating after yours.
Okay, I'm gonna say that what I feel like this match is.
What I'd like to hug and kiss.
I feel like this match is going to. I'm gonna give it a 4.
Okay. Is that your highest? Have you given another
Tied
4?
for 4. I think I still gave the tag match 4.
You gave the tag 4. We both gave it 3 3/4. Okay, you're not. It's not like you're wildly.
Yeah, I wasn't. It's not an amazing Shawn Michaels Undertaker.
I was kind of hoping 4 3/4 for me.
No.
I was kind of hoping. Meltzer gave it 3 3/4.
Oh, okay.
So he's a quarter off.
I don't have that kind of love or optimism for anything that WWE does. So it would be really hard for me to be like, yes, this match that World Wrestling Entertainment is putting on this premium live event is a 4 3/4 star match. Like, nope.
Yeah. I forgot to write another one down. There we go. We got it.
Dummy.
I guess I'd give it a 3.
I'd give it more than 3, and I would give it less than 4.
Okay.
What do you think about that?
Cool. Good for you, fucker. Stop ruining this match for me.
I hate doing that. I don't want to ruin anything for anyone. Unless it's something that I think is really stupid that someone likes, then I do want to ruin it for them.
Okay, which is?
I don't know.
Name one thing.
In general.
Name one thing.
Voting Democrat.
You got it. You nailed it.
That I'm going to make you feel stupid about. But anything else, I want people to enjoy what they enjoy. Unless it's something... Look, this seems like a fair way to approach life. Everyone should be able to enjoy what they want to enjoy, unless I really don't enjoy it, and then I'm going to make you feel bad.
Such as?
Voting Democrat.
No, give me another one.
Another thing...
I like lions more than tigers.
Liking lions more than tigers.
Yeah. Okay, I'll allow it.
Yeah. Come on. Get with the program. I predicted Styles, you predicted Edge, which I probably also called you. No, I wouldn't have called you stupid for that, because that one could have gone another way. I called you stupid for Charlotte and for Omos.
Shut up.
You definitely had some stupids.
Shut up.
Yeah, this
Kill yourself.
I'm going to split your difference and go 3.5.
Okay.
And then we had the day one match. The New Day versus Sheamus and
Nothing.
Ridge Holland.
It's 0. It's a 0.
They wrestled for 1 minute and 40 seconds.
Yeah, can't rate it. Too low, can't rate it.
Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods came out in singlets in tribute to their
sure did.
tag team partner,
their fallen brethren,
and really good real life friend.
Yep.
Who almost got paralyzed and died last month.
Yep.
And then they lost in 1 minute and 40 seconds.
I don't know what to tell you, man.
Why would you fucking bother? They did the right thing on day one by cutting it. They should have kept it cut.
How is this not a Friday night match?
It would have got more time on Friday night.
Yeah.
Also to the balls and the amount of belly-to-belly suplexes.
There were so many belly-to-bellies on WrestleMania. 3 weeks? 4 weeks?
4 weeks, maybe, yeah.
I think 4.
That
After a man nearly died.
That being said, I feel like everyone else was probably better at doing them.
Yeah.
Sure.
It honestly was just poor timing from both of them.
Could have just been that.
Like, I think that Holland tried to deadlift him, and I don't think that Biggie jumped very hard. Like, very, very, or like, not hard. High. So, like, it was just poor timing. Like, I don't think anybody's really at fault for it.
It didn't look like a massive fuck up by someone. It's just
didn't.
Like a thing that went bad, as they sometimes do.
A thick boy through a much thicker boy, and he didn't flip enough.
There might have been too much thickness.
It was too much thickness. It was a thickness overload.
Yeah.
I predicted... I predicted the blacks. You predicted the whites, as I wrote down. I definitely called you stupid for this one.
Yeah.
But now who's stupid?
You?
WWE. I guess we both predicted this thinking they would have a wrestling match.
A real match, yeah.
Yeah, and you predicted 2 3/4. I predicted 2 1/4 because I guess neither of the white guys are good at wrestling. The match received 3/4 of 1 star.
Yeah.
From David Meltzer. I'm giving it a round dud.
I am also giving it
I'm
a dud.
also giving it a dud.
Was it?
You can't even rate it.
It was 1 minute 40.
Huh.
It was nothing. Why'd they fucking do it? And have them lose? I don't get it. It's maybe the most infuriating thing on the show.
The only thing that would have made this match not a dud is if earlier in the women's 4 team that Zelina Vega was wearing her tribute to her dead dad 9/11 gear, and they made her tap to lose the match.
This is...
Because then I would be like, oh, they're just making everyone who's got tribute gear lose.
No, this match is the equivalent of if, in the women's 4-way tag, if Zelina Vega had been wearing the gear, the tribute gear to her father who died in 9/11, if they had flown a plane into her. That's what this was. Pat McAfee and Austin Theory.
What would have been even better is that the finish involved one of them faking a neck injury from a belly to belly.
I'd give it 5 stars. Though.
Yeah, me too.
They completely, it would go back around the spectrum.
Belly to belly on Xavier, lands, can't move his legs.
Oh, actually, no. If they did that, and then Ridge Holland gives Xavier an overhead belly to belly. Xavier fakes being paralyzed. Ridge Holland walks over to him. Oh my God, a small package. 5 stars.
Perfect.
Even if it was 1 minute 40, still 5 stars.
Still 5 stars.
But no,
that is the smartest booking anyone could have done.
Now that's a match. It was a match. Pat McAfee. McAfee. Like the antivirus. Yeah.
That's what Kyle said.
When we said it's who's against who, I'm like Austin Theory. It's Theory and McAfee. He's like John McAfee,
noted cool guy,
the crazy dead antivirus guy. I'm like, that's the guy. It's gonna be a hell of a match. This was a hell of a match, and I like that they're straight up pretending that McAfee has not. wrestled.
Yeah. NXT 1.0 does not exist.
Yeah, like legit. Because I was
this
like,
is
are they going to show?
He's the Hulk.
Are they going to show clips? Because he did lots of good stuff in both of his other matches, the Adam Cole singles and War Games. And yeah, he was
where he's partners with Butch.
And yeah, I'm like, oh, so okay, that legit didn't happen.
Nope. Mark Ruffalo is the one and only Hulk.
That's my Hulk.
Definitely.
I'm an Ed Norton man.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Because he made such a cool movie?
Yeah, Death to Smoochie. Directed by Danny DeVito.
Yeah, I know. We talked about that on the podcast. Idiot.
Yep.
I hope we get to that one. I hope Dick Tracy takes us to Death to Smoochie.
That's the move. So, yeah. So for his very first match, McAfee did very well.
Yep.
I mean, he legitimately did very well for his third match, too.
This is another thing of like a good athlete who's an technically not a trained wrestler outshining everyone else that's on the show.
He's better than Austin Theory, right?
I mean, Austin Theory sucks. So,
so yes.
Oh, yeah, Austin Theory's not good.
Yeah. And he's a pedophile.
Yeah. You know what? I'm back in. Wait, guys or girls?
Girls.
All right, I can take it or leave it.
You're a Velveteen Dream.
I can take it or leave it.
Yeah.
I'm an Orlando Jordan man.
Sure. Obviously.
Yeah.
He's the gold standard of wrestling
The Shelton Benjamin.
The Shelton
of wrestling pedophiles.
Orlando Jordan. The Shelton Benjamin of wrestling pedophiles. I don't know if Shelton Benjamin would love being included in that analogy.
I bet you there's people that would confuse the two.
You?
No.
Okay. Kelly?
Bald, very dark.
No.
Tattoos on black people. Why?
Why? The tattoos on black people is like doing New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge. Why would you bother? Who's that for?
Fresh coat of paint?
Nope.
Oh.
I seem to recall
Nope.
Orlando Jordan, he was like a legitimate like
Gay man.
amateur boxer. And I remember like when he was like really like back when he was like debuting, he was like doing some shadow boxing in the back, and he was like, oh, and then they cut over the Undertaker.
Yes.
The Undertaker's like giving him pointers how to throw jabs.
Here's how.
Well,
you
he's
shadow
the
box.
greatest pure striker in WWE history.
Absolutely.
He's a
dead man.
Even though Orlando Jordan, Mark Marrow, Ken Shamrock,
Dan Severn.
Well,
he was more of a grappler.
Steve Blackman, fuck him.
Seth Petrozelli.
Yeah, he's never had a match.
Daniel Pewter.
It's coming. Daniel Pewter. That's a good one.
Yeah. Remember when he put Kurt Angle in a Kimura?
Remember when he almost broke Kurt Angle's fucking
And then they were like, no, he pinned you. He pinned you. You gotta let him go.
No, he didn't. Yeah, he pinned you.
He pinned you.
You're Indians.
Yeah, Daniel Pewter. Yeah, Ken Shamrock. Emperor Hirohito.
Hirohito obviously is in the mix.
Hirohito.
Certainly.
Let's call him what?
I'm sorry, you can't call me that. I will never be allowed to go back to Japan.
Okay, you know, Kenzo Suzuki, we apologize. We're instead going to name you Gunther Stark.
Gunther Stark.
Look, we're naming you an Axis something. So you're going to have to be okay with that.
Benito Goebbels.
A classic. Well, mix it up. Then no one can get mad.
Yeah.
Theory McAfee was fucking sweet. McAfee. I got a problem with that. I'm gonna have to write it with an MAC. Then I'll know. His fucking no hands jump to the top and superplex was sweet.
No hands jump to the top, land perfectly.
Yeah,
fully balanced.
Yep. Yeah, it's great.
I mean, he's a kicker.
He's a kicker.
Loves a kicker.
A kick.
He wears a special shoe.
Yeah, to kick in the snow.
To kick in the snow.
Yep. And did he do top rope moonsault onto his feet?
Yeah.
I think
Did he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he got pushed off.
Oh, he
landed
did,
on his feet.
Then he
jumped back up.
Oh, that was all part of one spot. Yeah. Oh, that was a fucking sick spot.
Yeah.
And I really thought Theory was going to win, and we both did, but we didn't know what was coming next.
Yeah.
So McAfee had to win this. So and we both undersold this. We both predicted Theory. I predicted 2.25 stars. You predicted 2 even. Meltzer, a hair shy of 4 at 3 3/4. Same as AJ Edge.
He's wrong.
Yeah.
Oh boy, it wasn't super long.
Yeah,
it was.
And Theory sucks.
940. Theory's not particularly good. McAfee's kind of awesome though.
McAfee is kind of awesome.
My favorite wrestlers coming out of WrestleMania are Logan Paul, Pat McAfee, and the Street Profits.
Yeah.
Those are my guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I said to Kelly earlier that I genuinely enjoy McAfee on commentary. I think he's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like he's a guy who's got enthusiasm, and it doesn't really seem like he wants to do or say the things Vince wants him to.
Yeah. He is kind of a gimmick though.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. But and then we said like this, like the Michael Cole thing. He actually kind of makes Michael Cole better.
Yeah, like I don't pay attention to Michael as much when McAfee and him
True.
talk.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't bother me as much.
Yeah.
when-
Yeah.
But you say that, but then you hear Cole yell vintage something and you just
Oh
want
my
to
God.
jab a fork into your leg.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I feel like you pay less attention to Cole being bad because McAfee's being good.
Yeah, for sure.
Also, his punt of the ball into the crowd was crazy.
Great
It
punt.
went so far.
Oh yeah, it was massive. We're like, oh, he practiced that a few times.
Yeah, and I was like, I'm like, upper bowl? Like it looked close.
It went. Can you punt something 1,000 yards?
Probably. He could.
I think he punted 1,000 yards.
Yeah, I think so too.
It's the longest punt I've ever seen in my life. It was great.
It was great.
And when he came out, I'm like, he's going to do it. I'm like, I hope it goes well. I'm rooting for you, Pat.
Yeah.
If he just like turfs it.
I was like, don't just shank it.
Yeah. Better punt, McAfee or Snitsky.
Snitsky.
Yeah.
But McAfee's was good.
It was good.
But let's not go crazy.
Now,
It's my baby, and I can do with it whatever I want.
Whammo.
let's get to the main thing here.
Wait, ratings for this first.
All right. I'll
3 1/4.
give it
3 1/2.
I'll give it a 3.
3 1/2.
Drew, final answer?
3 1/4. 3
Drew?
5/7.
Well, that's much higher. That's more than half.
3 1/4.
3 1/4 sounds right. I'm in. And you will not accuse me of copying. But then, the real main event. So, how did this go down? So,
Vince is mad.
McAfee rolls up Theory. 1, 2, 3. Everyone's psyched.
Surprise roll up.
McAfee's a star. Super over. Everyone's psyched. Drew, you need to sit up.
I'm stretching. My hip hurts from sitting in that fucking position for 4 hours.
Want to sit on my lap?
No. Just keep talking. You don't need me.
Offer.
You got Kelly. Talk to him.
Offer was on the table. So so how does it go down? So Theory's just leaving and angry, right?
Well,
and
no,
he's with his
he sat on the floor.
He sat on the floor. And then
That's another this match, even though it didn't have McAfee commentating, it still had the best commentary of the show because Vince was out there live, not yelling in anyone's ear.
Yeah.
So best commentary of the show.
What was it? Michael Cole and Byron Saxton?
probably
I guess.
was.
Well, it was because
Who else is there?
who else got stunned?
Byron Saxton.
Didn't get kicked directly in the balls this time, though, which I was very sad about.
I kind of thought he was going to do it.
Me too.
Yeah.
I thought it'd be really funny if he did it again.
Oh, for sure. But this time very much on purpose.
Yeah.
So yeah, Austin and Austin Theory, let's not confuse things, and Vince are leaving. Vince is angry, and then Vince teases popping that jacket off and getting in there with McAfee, which he eventually does, revealing some of the largest pit stains I've ever seen in my life. Vince was drenched.
Yeah.
I feel like Vince is one of those old guys like Clint Eastwood in The Mule where he just stinks and doesn't care that he stinks.
Ooh.
Because he's like he's an old man. Like, what? I'm not going to shower. I'm not going to put deodorant on.
Is he
you know
also...
how much time it takes me to get in and out of the shower?
That's true. He definitely has a shower seat.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is he also one of those old guys like Clint Eastwood?
Who has multiple threesomes in one movie?
I was thinking like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino who says gook a lot.
Well, yeah.
Yeah.
It's Vince fucking McMahon.
So Vince...
takes off his shirt.
Yep.
His body is so misshapen and just...
Yeah.
He's disgusting.
He's like, remember when Matt used to work out his chest and only his chest?
So it came in.
So his body was like because like all the muscle on his chest was so strong and like shaped that it was like pulling his body forward.
Was his quad too big for his patella?
His quad was too big for his patella. So his back was like rounded because his back muscles weren't strong enough to like keep him his posture up. So he was like rolling forward, and like that's what Vince has.
Yeah,
Vince has something. Who did Kevin or Kyle say he looked like? It was a good observation. I can't remember what it was.
Kevin made the observation that Edge looked like Brian Thompson, who played Shao Kahn in Mortal Kombat Annihilation.
That was good. I feel like so,
but I don't know if he made a reference to Vince.
It was
Igor from Frankenstein.
Marty Feldman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that the Frankenstein is actually the name of the doctor.
Idiot. Yeah, maybe just someone just called him a Mac and me or something.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Vince looks terrifying. So then they
but also just boulders.
Oh yeah,
like just fucking just jacked.
Yeah,
body circulatory system coursing with growth hormone.
But his body is shaped like a kidney bean.
Yeah, he's very unpleasant to look at.
And like his face is like the Joker, but like not like a melting Joker or something. Like
he's somehow like almost Roger Ebert at the end, but without losing his jaw.
Yeah.
Like he's doing it anyway. Like I guess he just sort of looks like a puppet now.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he's just terrifying.
Puppets.
Anyway, he gets in the ring with McAfee. A ref shows up and then just beats the shit out of McAfee.
How?
Yeah,
you're underselling it
with sick ass clothesline.
Yeah, and little kicks
and little kicks. Yeah,
little taps. Tap.
So I don't know how they could even justify this.
How did he beat him?
We're not close to how he beat him.
Oh, okay.
We're just how the match went. Because like if you're gonna do it, you need Austin Theory like constantly like.
Well, he cold cocked him from behind,
kinda,
and he's a punter, and punters are the weakest players.
Punters are the weakest players in football. That is a fact. And yeah, so he hit him once and then like tripped him once.
Yep.
And that was it.
That's enough.
And besides that was Vince just legitimately out wrestling him.
This is like the opposite of Vince versus Brett.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really, Vince was Brett this time.
Yeah.
Vince was the man this time. And yeah, so like McAfee would run at Vince and Vince would hold his arm out at a weird angle and McAfee would have to run into it.
Like, I mean, you can't see it because it's a podcast, but it was just like he barely got his arm up. It was like like he kind of like he like rolled his shoulder and as the arm is coming up, McAfee just aimed for the arm.
Was it? I guess it was the stunner where we lost her, right? But I feel like it was at the first, because I remember distinctly saying to you and Kevin, I feel like I'm in a fever dream right now. It was probably the first call because it was before the stunner for sure.
Yeah.
So it must have been the clothesline. I was like, oh, I can't believe this is real. I can't believe this is actually happening right now. It's so crazy. And then
he tried to drag him over to the corner to do like the head and the turnbuckle, but it was all McAfee. So Vince got like 3/4 of the way, and then sort of just did like a very weak like wrist like and Pat just flew into the corner, head off the turnbuckle.
At that point, I'm like, oh, this is some Judo Joe Black shit going on here.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then after like a trip by Austin Theory, Vince hit the aforementioned little kicks on him, and then someone tossed him a football.
Yeah.
And he
teased kicking out to the crowd.
He's like, oh, I'm going to kick to you. No, I'm going to kick to you. I'm going to kick it right into Pat. And he kicks it into his side and fucking pins him. 1, 2, 3.
I gotta say, I could not believe that he had the coordination to kick the ball.
Yes.
I couldn't either.
I could have sworn it would be off the side of the foot, out of the ring.
No, I couldn't believe the kick worked.
Yeah.
But I really couldn't believe that he then just straight up pinned McAfee pretty much as clean as could be.
He had just gotten tripped, Scott.
He
just wrestled the whole match.
He had semi-recently been tripped.
Yeah.
So I guess I understand how that happened.
Did Vince actually get down to pin him, or he just put his foot on him?
No, he
pinned him.
He
He got down to pin him like a professional.
He got down, got sweaty.
Neither of us predicted the winner star rating for match 7A of day 2. Dave Meltzer weighed in with -2 stars.
Wow.
Yeah.
I don't know how you can even rate this.
It was a match. The bell rang. There was a ref. There was a finish. That's a match, baby.
I mean, if you enter in the insanity factor, just I can't believe this is happening, then it's like a 5.
Yeah.
Yep. You're not wrong.
Well, did he give any reasoning for why it was -2?
I could tell you.
Well, do it faster. There's a podcast. People are waiting.
Pressure's on,
What are
baby.
we on hour 5?
We're good. Grow up.
Hey.
He said Vince McMahon then got in the ring. Vince McMahon then got in the ring and took off his shirt. He teased wanting a match. I know that nobody can do this, but somebody should have told Vince not to take the shirt off. Theory attacked McAfee from behind. Vince called on a referee to start the match. Vince McMahon pinned McAfee in 3 minutes and 45 seconds. Words cannot do this justice. Basically, Vince can't move anymore. McAfee had to run into his clothesline that were so slow they looked ridiculous. McAfee had to bump for them as well. Theory crotched McAfee on the post. McMahon got a football and kicked the football into McAfee's ribs. I thought I would never see a worse looking finish than Crusher's bolo punch in his 60s, but this was it. Vince pinned him, and Vince and Theory celebrated together for a long time, and then Austin stuff, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's all he says about the actual
I was going to
match.
say, Vince was almost like 91 Andre. We're just
has to hold the rope
and
get through a little
can't
push.
stand under his own power.
Little push with the foot to break up the pin.
Yeah.
Get back outside the ring.
Yeah, it was. I can't believe a week later it happened. It's one of the most bonkers things I've seen. I was wondering if it's the worst match in Mania history. So I was thinking, I think the worst match is Brett Vince.
Probably.
So I looked
-5.
Not rated.
Oh,
Did not even consider it a match.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, what about Cole Lawler the next year? 1 star. Not the worst rated match on that show.
Oh.
That would be
The Miz John Cena. No, that's a different year.
the same year.
Oh, same year.
1.25 stars.
Oh.
But weighing in at 0.5 stars, the
Core versus the Cool Guys.
Versus the Cool. It was going to be the Core versus Nexus.
Yeah.
And then they remembered
realized,
that those are all heels.
They're all bad guys.
So Wade Barrett. Oh no way! Not
Wade Barrett.
Yep.
Right. We're talking about the Core.
We're talking about the Core.
Wade
If you can
Barrett-
tell me all 8 people.
Wade Barrett,
in the
Justin
match.
Gabriel, Heath Slater, Ezekiel Jackson
Oh my God!
against Big Show.
Drew, I will just die.
Big Show, Kane, Santino Marella, Kofi Kingston. And it went like a minute.
Holy shit! Yeah, it went about as long as New Day versus Sheamus and Ridge, and received
I'm so glad. I wasn't
That's
sure about Kane.
insane.
I knew Big Show, Santino, and Kofi, and the thing was they were teasing a mystery fourth partner,
and then it was just
it was just Kofi.
Kofi.
Yeah.
Cool.
And Kofi wasn't even like injured or like off TV.
He just wasn't booked yet.
He just wasn't booked yet. So they were like, oh, a mystery fourth. Who could it be? And they're like, oh, a guy who lost a singles match on ECW last week.
I can't believe you got all
Yep.
of them. So yeah, this is definitely one of the worst matches in Mania history. According to Meltzer, the top 10 worst WWE matches period were Royal Family versus Clowns R Us at Survivor Series 94, minus 2.5. Jake versus Andrew the Giant at WrestleMania 5, minus 3. Al Snow versus Boss Man Kennel from Hell, minus 3.
With all that dog shit.
That's a good one. Pat Patterson versus Gerald Briscoe, evening round match,
of course.
minus 3. Finley and Little Bastard, not even Hornswoggle yet, versus Boogeyman and Little Boogeyman, minus 3. The Miz versus Damian Priest at WrestleMania Backlash 2021, the zombie match.
Oh, yeah.
Minus 3.
I honestly still haven't seen that match.
I haven't either.
Oh, that was where was Goldust?
Warrior Goldust from In Your House, where they don't wrestle for 8 minutes and Goldust leaves. Because Goldust was like his
legitimately injured.
Yeah, he was like a torn
up.
ACL or something.
But it should have at least some rating for the fact that he threatened to go out in the crowd and kiss everyone.
Yeah, that's true. He did threaten. Well, their rating was minus 3.5 stars. Yeah. Bushwhackers versus Rougeaus, also WrestleMania 5, the second one on the list of minus 4. And then the Wrestling Classic pre-Mania 1, I believe. Junkyard Dog versus Moondog Spot, minus 5.
Battle of the Dogs.
And Mr. T, Roddy Piper at WrestleMania 2, minus 5 stars.
That's boxing.
Yeah, that's not even wrestling. And also Mr. T didn't understand how wrestling worked.
No, he was confused. Yeah, too much gold pulling down on his brain.
Yeah.
So I remember after this match, I'm thinking like, how the fuck do you save this? And I'm like, I think you have to send out Austin.
You have to, after McMahon won, I'm like, I guess Austin's coming out.
That's the only way you save this.
What else can you do?
And then Austin Theory's music hits and Vince goes,
because he didn't know what the music was.
Well, I think Kelly said this to me earlier. I think he thought it was going to be Austin's music.
Yeah.
Stone Cold's music, not Theory's
I was gonna say
music. And that's why he immediately, he heard it and knew that's the cue. And then he went, oh, fuck it, I'm going to kill somebody when I get back there.
I'm seeing double. 4 Austins.
And then the glass break.
Did we all give ratings? Or did we refuse to give ratings?
I think minus 2. I'm going to steal it. No.
Going with Dave?
Minus 3. I think it was worse than Dave thought it was.
I think it might
Actually,
be 2.
No, you know what?
You know what? I liked it. 3.5.
No. It literally, you just showcased what McAfee's able to do against another young up and coming guy.
Then an old man
who
kicked
Vince
his ass.
thinks is the next John Cena.
Yeah.
And he literally kicked his ass in 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Minus 5 stars.
I might agree.
Yeah.
This might be minus 5. Vince Brett is minus 5 stars.
Yeah. That might be minus 10 stars. That's a minus star for every member of the Hart family that's involved.
It was disastrous.
Yeah.
This was also pretty disastrous, though.
Yes, it was.
Minus 4 stars.
Oh.
I'll also go with minus 4.
Yeah.
You guys are cowards.
We are.
Yeah.
You're the brave one.
Cowards. Yeah, I'm stunning and brave.
You are. So, what? Steve Austin comes out,
Nothing happens.
does a little something.
Go to the next one.
Move on to the next one.
I'm very sad. I'm so very sad that I missed a once in a lifetime thing that I'll never be able to get back.
Kelly reacting
to Vince McMahon taking a stunner.
Yeah.
Now, first,
good.
Austin, he smacks around Austin Theory for a sec, and then he gives him a stunner. And to his credit, Austin Theory sold like he was back swimming in the air.
Yeah,
which was pretty good.
He did a good silly sell.
Yeah,
but then he then got back up and then took 3 more bumps.
And then rolled out of the ring.
He kind of overdid it. If he had done just the first bump, great.
Yeah.
Someone described it as the Rock taking it if he was a gymnast.
Yeah. And then he's goes at Vince, and Vince is like, "Whoa, hey there, pal." I
don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah,
we're friends now.
We're friends now, right? He's like, "Oh, you want to get a beer?" He's like, "Yeah, let's get a beer," because we don't do this all the time. But so they smack the beers together, they drink, and much like the first ever stunner that Vince took, this was in very similar, but also 100 times worse. So Austin boots him in the stomach for the setup, and Vince
just collapses like a pile of laundry.
To his knee.
I genuinely think he was trying to do the like throw your body weight back like you've gotten kicked in the stomach,
But his body can't.
and
do
his
that.
body just can't do that, so it gave out.
Yeah.
I think that's what that was.
And then he tries to get up, but his legs are just like, no, we've done enough today.
Yeah, no, literally, like his legs were done for the day.
Yeah.
And Austin's trying to grab his head, and Vince is backing away.
Moving away from Austin.
I told Drew it was the greatest rope-a-dope ever. Like, there's no way like anyone could hit him if they were trying to throw punches.
You gotta earn this stunner, motherfucker.
Yeah, and so it's just like then he finally gets his head, and they go down. It just collapses like a demolished building on top of his legs.
There is no way that Vince doesn't have like a double torn MCL, ACL.
He's distracted.
Fractured
I can't
ankle.
believe I haven't heard anything in the week following.
That's because they're probably it's probably like North Korea right now, where like you don't know what's going on. But yeah, like Austin landed on
Kim
his
Jong's
legs.
been dead for 3 years.
Yeah.
Austin
landed like clearly on his legs.
Oh, yeah.
And also his legs were like underneath him.
It was unbelievable. Kelly died. His soul left his body. He collapsed on the floor, broke his ankle in the process, as I recall. I have to take him to the hospital. And cried and screamed and cried and screamed until Kevin told him to shut up. He said, "Kelly, shut up. We're watching it again." And then everyone died all over again. Ben from Drunken Peasants messaged me after and said, like, was it really the worst ever, or is it just internet hyperbole? I'm like, no, it was the worst one ever.
Yeah.
It was perfect. It couldn't have asked for more.
No, I can think
Like, you couldn't design a sillier stunner.
It was worse than the one on Linda.
It's worse than the one on Linda.
in my head,
Linda stayed in one spot.
in my head, they're the big ones. So there's the Linda one. There's the first one on Vince.
where Vince goes over Austin.
The one on Donald Trump.
Ooh, yeah.
There's one on
Prez?
Sergeant Slaughter.
The one on still President Donald Trump.
There was one on Sergeant Slaughter when
There was
Slaughter
a
was
bad one
part
on
of
Slaughter.
the regime.
Yep.
There's two on the Undertaker, because one's a very early one when the Stunner was new, and everyone took it like a neck breaker, so they fell backwards.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. They hadn't quite figured out
And
how the
SummerSlam
stunner goes yet.
98, where he did the same thing.
Yes. Yeah.
We're all of the same mind that Austin Taker SummerSlam 98 can fuck off?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm going to see what that's rated.
8.
Anyway, so
8 stars.
Slaughter, and who was else?
Linda,
Vince.
Vince, Donald Trump, Sergeant Slaughter, and there's a really bad one that Eric Bischoff takes on a Raw when they're doing like the co-general manager, or like general manager and sheriff.
Oh, yeah.
Where like Eric goes down way too fast, so when Austin's going down, his like head goes against Austin's back as he goes down, and I'm like, well, Bischoff's paralyzed.
3.5 for Austin Taker.
That's
fuck off.
high.
It's 1.5.
What about Austin Taker? Maybe May
24? 1999? Good show.
Is
One of the more memorable title changes you'll see.
it a 4-star, 5-star?
That's actually a great question.
I like how the first one is Austin Stuns McMahon 2022.
Over the edge.
Over the edge.
Give me the ratings, you dick.
Maybe he didn't rate it because
That's not impossible.
because somebody died on the show.
I don't think he did.
Well, that's fair.
Huh.
That's fair.
What a coward.
Yeah, what a coward. Dave, go back and do it.
Yeah.
This is a long.
Dave, time has passed.
minutes.
You can rate Over the Edge 99 now. What did you think about Blue Blazer versus Godfather for the IC title? What you got?
No, that's
not the one.
That's not it.
Do you cover everything?
Yeah.
On that?
Stunner.
It
Then
was-
calls McAfee back in. Celebrates with some beers. Gives him a stunner. He does a pretty good one.
He does a good
He
sell.
just does like take it knocked out cold, straight flat
with the
back
beer
bump.
fountain.
With the beer fountain. And then drinks the beer while
Keeps
he's
drinking beer unconscious,
unconscious,
on the floor.
very
That's very nice.
Very funny.
And we forgot to mention at the end of day one when Austin's celebrating, his brother came out.
His real life brother.
Real brother, and hugged him. I'm like, I think he's going to stun his brother.
Dave Williams.
The better Dave Williams. If you're listening, motherfucker.
The one that speaks the Queen's English.
Yeah, not some
Texas.
Some Welshy freak.
Yeah.
I can't believe
but I said, somebody said, I think it might have been Alvarez, that was like, he's like, I could not believe Austin didn't stun his own brother.
Me too.
Yeah. And he's like,
if a human being gets in the ring with Steve, they're getting stunned.
Like, there's only you're telling me that your brother had the most, like the biggest career in the history of wrestling, and you've never taken a Stone Cold Stunner from him. That was the perfect opportunity. Yeah. But also his brother's like 60.
His brother's older than him. Yeah. But not as old as Vince McMahon.
That is true.
So
couldn't have been as bad as him.
It's on the table.
Eric Bischoff actually took some good stuff.
He did take some good ones, yeah. But there's one I remember where he dropped too soon and he looked like he broke his fucking neck.
These are all good ones.
I do kind of remember a broken neck Eric Bischoff one.
I think there's also a bad Flair one as well. That Flair just doesn't want to do it, so he doesn't try very hard.
Oh, none of them. There was a bunch. Wow.
Oh, come on.
Steve Austin Stunner compilation from 96 to 2003.
Nice.
Jesus. That's a lot of stunners. But in the meantime, the main event, the winner takes all match for the WWE Championship and WWE Universal Championship. And if I am to believe, absolutely. If I am to believe the advertising, the biggest match of all time is how this was billed.
Really?
Yes.
Okay.
Universal Champion.
Size-wise?
No, that's Giant Gonzalez versus Typhoon.
Right. I would say Andre Big John Studd, probably.
Giant Gonzalez versus Typhoon.
Okay.
Final answer.
Drew.
Andrew the Giant versus Big John Studd.
Drew.
No.
The biggest match?
I know what Kelly's doing, and we're not saying it.
We are saying it.
But we know.
The Big Show versus Aki Boner.
Oh, not what I thought we were saying.
Oh, yeah.
Who are you thinking?
I thought it was someone we know personally, but that's okay. Actually, I could think of two we know personally who would have quite a big match. But that's beside the point. We're talking
2006 Bill and 2022 Kieran.
I was thinking of two 2022s, neither of which was Bill. But 2006 Bill is pretty big.
Yeah.
2006 Bill is actually bigger than either of them, but barely. Oh, what'd y'all think about this match?
I don't know. I'm out of energy, so let's just get this over with.
What'd y'all think about Reigns versus Lesnar? Also, the crowd was out of energy for actually a lot of this show, because it's 90 to 95% the same people who were at day one.
Yeah.
And they were not into a ton of this show. They got up for some stuff in the main, but they got it for really big stuff like Austin and McMahon stuff and what have you, and big spots, but otherwise very quiet.
Yeah, I would never, at this point in my life, I would not go to a WrestleMania. No, I would not. My dreams of wanting to go to a WrestleMania probably died around WrestleMania 25 probably.
Yeah.
Where I was like, I'm done. I don't need this.
Yeah.
Unless it comes to Vancouver and they're selling 2-for-1 tickets.
Which they will be.
We did see a sign.
The guy in the front row.
Vancouver for WrestleMania?
Yeah.
I feel like that guy's at every WrestleMania.
He is.
Yeah. We need to find out who he is, because he clearly lives here.
Yeah, we should make friends with him.
We should find him and kill him, so that the WrestleMania doesn't come here, so that I don't have to get 2-for-1 tickets. So you're never tempted
to go to WrestleMania.
Yeah,
that's also fair.
This match was it's every you've got a guy in there. Lesnar has a very specific match.
Yeah. He's
this is my match. It's I do a bunch of belly to bellies. I eventually then do Germans. Then I hit a bunch of F5s.
That's the plan.
And Roman only has when you're facing that kind of guy, when Roman's facing guys bigger than him, he only has 2 moves.
Superman punch
and spear. That's it. It's and I've seen this match a million fucking times from them.
That's the thing. So they knew we had seen this a million times. So the way they built it was by having both guys completely destroy both rosters.
Yeah.
To make sure that which did a good job of building up those two guys.
Sure.
However, after the match between these two guys is over, there are no challengers ever.
Well,
because they have all been killed.
No.
Logan Paul.
No.
Oh, Vince McMahon?
Shinsuke Nakamura?
Shinsuke Nakamura, who
loser of the guy who got pinned
in the opener.
In the opening match of WrestleMania.
Your next
is the next challenge.
Your first undisputed world universal champion, or the Uwu champion, if you will. I was gonna say, is this the worst case match between these guys? No, it's not, because their last WrestleMania match was the worst.
This
case.
still has all of the bad parts, though.
Yeah,
this just had some slightly better, and also this is the first Brock face Roman heel.
Yes.
So a slightly different dynamic, and the thing that Brock is really good at is being a face who has to sell.
Yeah,
his forte.
Yeah.
His bread and butter.
His Joe forte.
Yeah. So
man, guys who can really sell. You got
The Miz.
You got
Dolph Ziggler.
You got Ricky Gibson and Brock Lesnar, two top sellers. Was it Ricky that was always the face apparel, or was it?
Well, it was. Well, Ricky Gibson wasn't either of them. Ricky Morton was one, and Robert Gibson was another.
Gibson. So that's right. I'm thinking that's wrong. But
Ricky Morton was the face apparel.
Yeah.
He's pretty good.
Yeah.
I looked up the other two Mania Roman Brocks. The first one, which fucking rocked, was 4.5, and I think both of us gave 4 3/4.
Yeah.
And then the second one, which was kind of the opposite, Meltz gave 3. I actually listened back to our ratings for that one from that podcast. Your rating was 1 1/4, 1.5. Said like that, and mine was I don't know 2. Those were our ratings. So this was better than that, but not much.
Yeah.
It was.
It did
nothing.
have an amazing blown spear spot.
Yeah.
Second of the night.
I'll try to strangle Scott after seeing.
That's true. Kelly did. He prowled toward me after the second weird spear to the back of the. What were either of them trying?
To knock them off, to whiplash.
Yeah.
To break their
Damien
necks.
Chazelle?
Yeah.
I hadn't considered that Oscar nominee Damien Chazelle would be involved in these two weird spears to the back.
I'll tell you.
One,
well, I think
one by Lashley, one by Roman.
I think the first one was intentional. The Lashley one, I think, was intentional.
This wasn't, right?
This was an accident.
What the fuck happened?
This was one of two things. One is Brock was supposed to turn and didn't.
Yeah.
Or Roman thought he was supposed to run the ropes
one more
3
set
times.
of ropes. Whatever it was.
It was dumb.
Looked bad.
Yeah.
Looked real bad.
And it wasn't even necessarily a spear. It was just sort of like a tackle.
It was, I believe someone referred to it as a tickle.
It was kind of a tickle. Yep.
So, yeah, they did nothing interesting.
No.
Nothing.
All by the book.
Yeah.
Yeah. The only thing that was remotely fun was Brock putting him in the Kimura and genuinely looked like he was breaking his fucking arm.
Which I guess he did. Is that where Roman got hurt?
Yeah, I guess. A very minor thing. Well, because he was saying that his shoulder hurt, but then they were like, "Oh, he's look, he's talking to Paul about his broken shoulder," and Paul's like playing along.
Yeah.
But then when he gets up, you can see he's like, "Fuck!" Like
that hurt. Yeah, and like
it's kind of hard to work a Kimura because like the angle of the arm in a Kimura is in an awkward angle where you're actually trying to apply pressure.
Yeah.
So in order to make it look real, you kind of have to put it on.
Yeah, you don't have to torque it though.
I mean, it is Brock.
It is Brock.
And he wants to make it look real.
And like, so Okay, I did like. Well, I don't know if I like because this entirely depends on intent. It was either when he was in the Kimura or when he was getting up, recovering from the Kimura. Heyman was just going hard with the silliest verbiage. And I think it's sweet if Heyman was like mocking the WWE verbiage. I think it's lame if he was just doing it for real.
I think he was doing it for real.
That sucks.
Yeah, I think he's too much of a corporate guy now.
When he keep like, I beg of you, my tribal chief. Like, it's very funny if that's ironic.
Yeah.
It's not funny if it's not ironic.
I don't think it was ironic.
That's a bummer.
Yeah.
And then, so did they take it home early?
No, I don't think so.
I don't think
the plan was just to, like, that was the exact match they planned to do?
I think so.
What else can you do?
12 minutes, like, one guy kicks out of one, the other guy kicks out of one, Kimura stand-up spear finish. That's the best they got for the biggest match of all time?
Yeah, I think so.
That sucks.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
That really fucking sucks.
Yeah, it really does.
Left mad.
Yeah.
As is always tradition.
Almost tradition, yeah.
Yeah. Watching anything WWE really depresses me because it's like, I mean,
there's no other wrestling that makes me sad.
Yeah.
Other than WWE.
Yeah. And it's like, because one of the things about it, the main thing about it, I guess, is just that, like, we know what wrestling is, but this is the most phoniest, fakest shit I've ever seen in my life, to the point where it's like, you have to be a child to enjoy this. Yeah. And and then some children even hate this.
Which is funny because their median age is 62.
Yes.
Your age.
You're
the perfect WWE age.
I love WWE.
I know you do.
And it's like,
and NXT 2.0.
Especially NXT.
And NXT Level Up.
And it's like how, they still have Monday Night Raw, and I'm like, why do you call it this? Like, this is furthest the thing it could be from what you guys call it. And like everything, like from the stage to the ring itself, it's all decked out in LED lights, and there's everything is so planned. Yeah. That it's just like, this has no appeal.
Yeah, like so planned, appeal. So corporate, so sterile.
Yeah.
So like booked by committee.
Yeah.
Which is funny because that is actually not. It's all booked by Vince.
Yeah.
Who is like his own committee. Yeah. And and everything looks like it's designed to catch the attention of children, except it doesn't. It catches the attention of 60-year-old white racists in middle America.
Yeah.
And us, I guess.
Yeah.
You got us.
Well, no, because like I haven't watched WWE since last year's WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I haven't seen a single second of it, so it's not attracting me.
No.
Yeah.
I hate wrestling. Unless it's got Japs, I'm not interested.
What about white women? What about one white and one black woman?
No. Unless it's one of the two acceptable black women.
AQA.
Sure.
Noted shooting star press doer.
Yep.
Because she's so that
one final note that I want to say is Pat McAfee's entrance was awesome. I was really into it.
Yes.
Yeah. Seven Nation Army, pretty rad.
Seven Nation Army cheerleaders.
His energy was great.
Yeah.
I said when he did his entrance with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, they should have done the Gracie.
Yeah.
Down to the Gracie train with the cheerleaders.
Yes.
Yeah. He's like a likable Mojo Rawley.
Yeah, he is. And he actually played in the NFL.
No, unlike
a lot.
Yeah.
Unlike others.
Or guys who lie to that.
I mean, Baron Corbin did.
Did Corbin play in the NFL?
He actually did, yeah.
Good on him. I guess that's why he's been near the top of the card for 6 years.
Who do you play for?
The
Seattle Storm.
Green Bay and Arizona was... that was Mojo was Green Bay and Arizona.
Who did Happy Corbin play for?
I don't know if he's going to be too happy anymore. I mean, his best buddy broke up.
That's true. That's very sad.
He played for the Indianapolis Colts and the Arizona Cardinals.
Is it everyone who played for the Cardinals? Yep. Was Kurt Warner coming?
Yep.
He got a movie.
Name another Arizona Cardinal. There's one big one.
Can I name a St. Louis Cardinal?
No.
Joe Namath.
Ozzie Smith.
That's not, Larry Fitzgerald, come on, man.
Mike Ditka.
True, Larry Fitzgerald. Mike Ditka. Dick Butkus.
Oh my god, I'm gonna throw up.
What do you got?
I'm gonna throw up.
Have you got some breaking news to cap off the podcast?
Pat McAfee is a year younger than me.
He's 34. I saw that. Yeah. That's a huge bummer. He's had an entire NFL career.
He played 8 seasons in the NFL.
Yeah.
And is younger than me.
Yeah, that's right.
Ugh.
Yeah, it's
Did he retire or did he just get?
Yeah, he retired.
Oh.
Yeah,
he was
downhill from here.
Yeah, he was like one of the better punters in the league. Like,
yeah.
Yep. Turn it off. We're done.
Yeah, I think.
No, did we do ratings? No, we didn't do ratings.
Oh, I guess we didn't.
We did not do ratings.
I was literally about to turn it off. So good catch, Drew.
What did we predict? Roman.
Both
And I said like 4.5 or something.
You said 4 1/4, and I said 4. I said this would be tied for the best match on the show. Dave Meltzer gave it 3 1/4. Still high, I think.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna say 2 3/4.
I'm feeling 2.5, 2 3/4. Did I really like? It is halfway between 0 and 5.
Yeah.
It's 2.5. Says I.
I'm gonna be because I've seen this match a million times. It was nothing new. I'm giving it 1 3/4.
Yeah, they went like out of their way to not do anything.
They went out of their way to not do the things we wanted them to do.
It sucked. Yeah, and the first time was so good and surprisingly good because like we weren't looking forward. To Lesnar Reigns at Mania 31.
Nope.
And we're like, holy shit, it was so good. And then they did a big surprise, and that was super cool. But even like before Rollins came out, it was still awesome. They were beating the shit out of each other. Brock was bleeding everywhere.
Yep.
And yeah, and then this one just fucking nothing. Man, I went on a real bad prediction streak in the middle of day 2. I went yay, and then 5 in a row wrong, and then Reigns. So prediction finals, I got 3 out of 7 on day 1. You got 4 out of 7 on day 1. You can thank Charlotte for that.
I'm better than you.
Day 2, I got 4 out of 9, and you got 5 out of 9. So I guess
You fucking suck.
I guess Kelly wins the prediction contest.
Yay!
Who batted 1,000. Fucking nailed it. Couldn't miss if he tried. So congratulations, Kelly. Drew, I thank you as always. And say goodnight, Kelly.
Good night, Kelly.